Tank9 Code checking in. Tank9 Code checking in. Yep. I know y'all been missing me. Wondering where I've been at. What's been going on with Tank in the RV? Sleeping at Lowe's. Sleeping at Walmart. What's been going on with that guy? Is he losing it? He's opened up an office at Dunkin' Donuts. What? This guy can't have it all together. What? But I want to reintroduce myself and put some new energy out because guess what? I got the CMS done. And what is the CMS? CMS is a content management system, right? And I got to get this energy out because I'm super happy, right? Because the CMS is an important component to any system you have, right? I know I'm looking wild and crazy, but it's all good. I got to get this energy out because I just got to get this energy out because it's critical for me to get it out because apparently all of my colleagues are asleep, which is strange. Make $1 billion, people, then we can go to sleep. Okay, let's get to $1 billion. I can get there like I'm so factual about this. Okay, the CMS system is beautiful. It's React. Right now, people Google React. React.js. It is a JavaScript-based language that Facebook spent billions on. They hired 10,000 coders and spent $50 billion to build this language called React. React is the most fastest growing programming language right now. All the jobs are paying 6 figures for it, right? It's called React. Like Ray, react, repeat. React. But then the native component to it, or the mobile development side, is React Native. And that native side of it deals with Android and iOS. So they've completed, I made a whole bossapps.com called in React.js language. I had to teach myself this language, right? It took me like 2 days because I'm a tank, whatever, right? But it's been 2 months. I think my last video I did was like back in January. And I said I can make apps in 1 day, but this is true. But I had to get the CMS part done. Whatever. Mama laughing at me saying, you can't do an app in 1 day, please. I gotta look for my ring. It's Mama. What is Kane? Duke and Juju ran off too. North Hoods got me hot. My big Duke ran off. Him and Juju ran off. They ain't came back. It's been 4 days. And I'm sad. But I gotta go to New York and Miami, so they gonna miss this trip. I feel bad about it because I should have got him a chip and, you know, the collar with the, you know, tracer on it. But Duke know not to run away. But I think he wanted to go to somewhere else because there's a lot of dogs in here and I get it. I need 3. I have 3 now. I had 5. No, I had 9, 12, 3. It's been a lot of different numbers, but I got 3 now. I plan on getting more. You know, they're my companions. I code, I go in. But I think this is like, you know, my humbling, like, you know, my karma, whatever. It just happens, right? But you got to ride the wave. Because I'm a male, right? And males, we apply pressure, right? We can seed, we can code. Like code, for example, like when you code, it's the seed. When you seed, it's like the plant, right? Plant, code, seed. You know, like coding, you know, I'm writing a language, a system, operating system to where people can build apps really fast. And so this CMS that I created is like WordPress. We all know WordPress, right? I made my own WordPress in a week. It was like, it was 2 months. But this is the 3rd version of a project I've been working on my whole life, right? But this last one, React. Patting myself on the back. Niggas talking about they sleep. I'm sleep. I don't have $12 for a tip. Man, like, it's like, nigga got $400 to go to the club, though. But for a $10 template, wait, I'm going to make my money back on this $10. If I invest $10 into my own business, I'm going to make my money back. I'm going to go to the club and think about it. You got to pay to play, people. Man, look, this CMS system can build music apps, freaking stock apps, fashion apps, beauty apps. Let's talk about beauty. Barbers, stylists, right? All of those need apps. Any kind of service person that applies pressure to the beauty industry is going to need a mobile app, right? Another industry. Let's go to trucking. All these trucks out here. Like I'm in Walmart right now. It's like 10 trucks parked around me. But guess what? I'm in the truck too. I gutted out my inside of my RV too. I gutted it all out. You know, I made more space. I got like an office back here now. It was like a living, like they had the drawers and counters here. Drawers and counters and sink and an oven. I just took it all out because it's like, I don't need that. I never use the oven. I don't like the propane energy. It's weird. So I haven't used it. I just, you know, old school. You know, I just eat a lot of vegetables. So, but I got to get this energy out because I need the other part of it, which are the marketing people and the you know, the investors. But I got to prove my side. But this BossApp.com is going up as soon as I get the $45 for the freaking hosting. $45. And also good news is that my son, they won their first playoff game. Man, it's super happy for him because he was 3.9. I know I'm jumping all over, but you got to keep up, whatever. 3.9 GPA, Grayson High School, freaking genius. And he gifted in soccer. And them boys is winning. Man, the game got delayed for a while, so, but let me stay on subject so I can show those who need to know that I cannot stay on subject. I can stay on subject. So the CMS is fast. So, but it's like a WordPress. So you know WordPress is built in the 80s. Maybe no, excuse me. Like early 2000s, I think WordPress was created. But WordPress is with a written language called PHP. PHP, I think it's processing hyperlink. I don't know. I didn't like PHP too much. It was awkward, right? I didn't gravitate towards it because I think it was very confusing, and they couldn't really, bring the HTML and your code behind together. It was kind of like smushed, so it was hard to read, So I didn't kind of gravitate towards it. So it was very awkward. But then jQuery came out like right after that, and jQuery is another JavaScript language. And these languages I'm speaking on are programming languages. JavaScript was another one. So the JavaScript side of things, everything's becoming JavaScript, right? Because then Microsoft came out, boom, they hit the scene, and Microsoft wrote their whole own language so people can build products on using their tool set, right? So they made a language called ASP.NET and C#. And the only reason I used that because I went to Vegas to go see Bill Gates speak, and I spoke with some developers, and one of the developers referred to me to use C#. And so I just used C#. But I really should have went the other route, open source route, which I'm on now, which is, Linux, right? 'Cause I hate Microsoft. That's why I don't like corporate, because you use a lot of Microsoft-based tools, but they say just use it. No, it's like a different, like mine. It's like I go fast with Linux. Linux is like the tool set, the usage. I can get more things done at a quicker than Windows, right? Because Windows, while it uses a lot of boxes, a lot of wizards, it's a lot of click, 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 click. Do you want to do this? Click. Do you want to do that? Click. Do you want? It's like that. With Linux, you're building your own engine. I like to build my own engine. I'm Tank, one of one. So I gotta really need help with this next step, because now I'm about to build these apps, people. So as soon as I get the $45 for the hosting, we can go faster. It's just freaking $45. I've been out here living on freaking food stamps, but I survived. The wintertime in January when I wrote my ebook, but go check that out. Go buy my ebook. It's Tank9 Tools, 300 pages. I wrote it back in January, but it was so cold in this RV. But I just wanted to push through, because I felt I got through that. I can get through anything. But there's those times where you really got to just buckle in and just get it done. And that was a very testing time for myself, because it was freaking cold. It was cold. I would see if I can survive Atlanta weather. I'm going to New York with this baby. I'm about to leave y'all southern people and get the freak out of here. It's a trap. Niggas ain't got $12. But everybody watching the NFL right now, it just hurts my heart that our attention is not where it needs to be, right? Because I can build a YouTube, I can build a Facebook, I can build an Instagram. But this tool set that people think I'm playing, because I don't have the cash funds, because I had to take off 2 months to build a CMS system, but it's done. And you can go to bossapps.com, and y'all gonna see it. We're going to make this thing happen. I'm about to start building apps really fast. And I ain't playing. I can't wait to do it. But I'm going to stay up. Because the CMS is also, when you're building these systems, you got to balance it. Because I've been working, for 2-3 months straight, 16 plus hours a day. So it's really playing a developer. So if you want to build your own technology system, you got to hire a development team. Work every day for, 3-4 years straight at $100K salary. So we can say that my system is worth that much. Because you was building a system for yourself, you would pay this much. But everybody want to go to India, which is cool, but they're going to use systems like WordPress and PHP, which are dated systems. And I'm not about to go back and forth about that. Leave it over there. This new shit called JavaScript, that's where y'all need to be at. It's called React. Google it, React Native. It's React JS and React Native. Get off that Azure Microsoft stuff. It ain't good. You can host all your applications on simple servers for $30-40 a month. And I'm about to show y'all, I'm about to do this. We're going to make it look good at the same time. But I'm looking very rough and ragged right now. But it's okay, because I got to show this out. I got to get this energy out so I can say I documented this and I did this. Big Tank around here. People think I'm out here playing. whatever. It's like awkward here on this planet. 'Cause I know I ain't from here. I know I'm from somewhere else. I'm here to do this code thing because I'm a very significant in this. And I've done something that's like genius, but I don't get recognized because I ain't got a fucking gold chain on. But it's all good. I'm going to get 12 of them bitches and put them all. I don't mean to be arrogant and cocky, but this is what we got to do for me to get the proper respect. You know, because I was playing freaking football or basketball, you know, dunking and shit, running around all day. That nigga's the greatest ever, right? Because I use my mind and I want to sit down and be cool and build $1 billion system. You know, it get delayed attention, right? That's why Bill Gates is one of one. Like it's only one Bill Gates, one tank. But it could be, man. But how this stuff is, if some people were to like to use it, man, you'll learn it so quick because the whole time y'all using the wrong tool set, as in Microsoft. That shit is dated and old. That Linux, JavaScript, the system that's called BiZ9 Framework. It's a tool set that I've done where it cut down all that development time where you get stuff done quick, right? Because the CMS I just done, and the reason it took 2-3 months because the intricate details of the CMS system is I built the WordPress and there's many components to it. But with this CMS system, I can then build other apps on top of it. So the CMS is a content management system, right? Because you want to be able to like add a blog post, add a product, you know, you want to add a service. And you can do this through your CMS system, right? Your CMS system, you can organize and put your data out in an organized manner. That's what you want to do. You don't want to have to, you know, code your pages. You don't want to have to like manually do a blog post, right? WordPress is very, the way you do it, the WordPress concept, and then, you know, people have issues with the plugins, stuff like that. So you want to build your own stuff. In the CMS, I can do those things and arrange them in a very efficient and, you know, formable manner, right? But it's only going to be shown through my results. And I got to show improve, but I had to sit down for 2 months, which I did. Cause I know I can do apps in one day. But I said, cause I know my mind, it's not going to take me that long to do that CMS, but I'm a perfectionist and I'm a Virgo. So I was able to sit down and get the CMS done. So, but the React component, what I like about React, so React is called React.js. And React.js is it is a JavaScript based language, and it simplifies a lot of your things that took a lot of code to do with jQuery. And prior to that, manual JavaScript, you can simply do those things in JavaScript because a lot of the preset stuff is already pre-built with a lot already used libraries, and it simplifies your code. But what's great about developers, what you want to look for in the programming language is that you want to be able to separate your code where you can break stuff up into different components. So you can say, okay, the issue's there. You can say, okay, you can navigate, you can find the issue, you can fix the issue right away because it broke it up to different components, right? So you say, go here, this area is here, go there, this issues here. You can go right to it because everything is broken up to components. With Windows and WordPress, everything is crumbled together. For example, with Windows, a lot of that stuff been in that same system for like the last 30 years. Like they're using a lot of stuff they used 20, 40 years ago, right? It's still in the fucking operating system. It's just dated. It's just fat because they got to support all these old ass systems that these people are still using. And I get it. They're making billions with them systems, like the oil industry, the banking industry. They still on COBOL from like the 50s, right? And I get it. They making their money. They comfortable. They happy with it. But for those of us who want to make music apps, fashion apps, Instagram, Facebook level apps, because your app's not on that level, ain't nobody gonna pay attention. And my prior front end apps, the presentation wasn't the best, and I know that. But that back end is a beast. But that back end been done. It's been done for years ago, right? But now I had to do the front end, so I had to migrate and move over to the front end of things. So now I got the front end stuff done, and so the quality of my applications look great. You go to CodeCanyon.com or you go to ThemeForest.net. They have high quality, professional looking templates. And these templates are like very professional looking, and they range from like $9 to $50, like, $50 for a whole, all the code, all the HTML, how it's going to visually look. Because people want to look at before they want to look at something and see what they're going to buy. You can go to ThemeForest.net. You can go to CodeCanyon. You can like search for your template. You can see it. You can play with it. Okay, this is the one I want how it to look, operate. This button does this. This layout does that. You can be able to move things around, etc., etc. And it's very presentable. You can see it and play with it, and then you can download it. But the thing of it is, you got to touch to a back end, and the back end has to support the server and the database, right? So you got to put it all together. That's where the coder part come in. But a lot of people go to India and be dealing with people on WhatsApp. They be doing big business on WhatsApp. I'm like, what? People be sending $20,000, $30,000 through WhatsApp. WhatsApp. I be like, man, I got my hat off. I know I'm looking wild, but I got to show y'all. I had a good night. I had to go out and celebrate. Right? I know my hair ain't looking the best, but y'all can feel the energy. I'm unbuttoning my shirt. I'm getting hot, but I don't want to. I gotta keep it professional and tight. I got boys, and they gonna know their dad did this thing, and we can make it look good, and we can put our imperfections out there. Cause you show up with the results, people ain't gonna. They can like look past all that, right? But many of us can't see our kids or can't be in our kids' life or speak to our family mates because you're on a different frequency than they are. So therefore, that's why the heavens made YouTube. So now we can express through YouTube. So I'm pushing this energy out through YouTube because I know it's going to reach those ears or people who need to hear this, and they're going to be able to put their part of it together, and we can tie ends together and make $1 billion and zoom about this thing, right? Go to Bahamas, and I don't know, excuse me, hold on. Now I want to do the Jamaica for sure, Japan, Jamaica, hold on, Nigeria, right? I got to hit these spots. Netherlands. I got to get exposed to the energy. Hawaii, because the reason, Elon Musk, he shot rockets out of Hawaii because the wind spin different there, right? I mean that the frequency level is different, and you can get the energy different when you go there. Because like the wind blowing, he was sending the rockets there. He wasn't there to do the testing to send the rockets into space because the wind blow different. A lot of us are in like freaking cities that, the energy is just awkward. And it's hard for like, creative people to navigate because it's like you got the business, you got the corporate people, and the creatives just kind of smashing together. It's like, oh, it's like a pot. Like, I'm in Atlanta, right? And it's 285, we go in a circle. It's like everybody's circling their energy around, and it's like one big pot, so I'm looking crazy with the hat. I got to see myself. But it's all good. I'm going to shave up. I know I look good, right? But I know my hair ain't growing on top like it used to, and I ain't got my head on like I normally do. But I was so excited because I called a couple of my buddies, them niggas asleep, and talking about like I ain't got $3. But I know them niggas is lying because they in Vegas gambling, and they had to take a trip to go there. I'm hitting these ideas about, hey, let's go with this app idea. I got it. We can go, and they like, I get back to you, and I get it. They want to control the narrative and like the flow of it. But I was saying, hey, I need $10,000. Hey, I need $50,000. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, can you buy your template for your app? It's $20. And it's like it's a slow response off $20. Whatever. I wish I met me in the future. But I'm gonna go out. What I'm gonna really do, a lot of these water boys out here, a lot of these younger people with the energy and the know-how to like want to put their business out and that, and put it to the next level. When it's like, when you're there at those younger ages, you just more feelers and just want to just do it. And you should, right? But then we get caught up with life because, in our households, you got to get the hell out. At 16, 17, you got to go. If you ain't making no money, you ain't supporting. Because it's like, a lot of us come from a lot of impoverished areas, right? Other communities, their families kind of work together. Or I wouldn't even say other communities. I would say the smarter family members in other communities work together, live together, and cultivate, their creativity and their skill sets through the family and make a family business. And they live off that 100 years, right? Other of us, you 12, you got to get the hell out of the house. Nigga, go make some money. Like, you 10, right? Yeah, you go to school and go to work. Like, I just got, first grade, just like, where the money at? Your mom, that's what she like, well, hand, like, what's up? But I get it, because, they had it's hard times for them. They having to work too. But I'm like, because I always got to share this story, and this video come on in 19 minutes, that Bill Gates, his mama was his VP. She worked at IBM, his mother, Bill Gates, the richest top 5, whatever. His mother got him an opportunity at IBM, contract with IBM for Microsoft to make all the apps, make Microsoft operations go to freaking IBM. His mother. It's Bill Gates. Why? Because he was throwing chairs in the office, and this is on paper. This is on the documents. This is records that he was throwing chairs in the office. He's a temper like me. Cause we creatives. It's here with us. We don't need to be dealing with people. That's why it's it ain't. It's just a different rhythm. It's a different frequency, right? And it's all good. They probably good at what they good at. I'm good at what I'm good at, and it just sometimes just clash. So we got to be able to work together and keep our hands to ourselves. Period. I'm a big component of that. Cause I was, me and Duke, we were kind of aggressive with one another. Like, I ain't kill him, but he did bite me one time. I could have died on that bite mark because it was so perfect on my arm. I could have died because he bit me on my bicep. I said, damn. But it bled. But another little spin, it could have been hit a vessel, and my arm would have fell off. But I was wrestling with two other dogs got to wrestling. I was trying to pull them apart. It was just really play hard fighting. But I'm trying to pull them apart, and Duke just, I said, what the fuck? And that's the only time I've been bit by a dog. But then Kane, he did attack a poodle. He attacked the poodle. But that's something wrong with Kane. That's why I call him Kane, because he fought his brother too. But anyway, Kane attacked the poodle. And the poodle bit me. That little poodle was fighting all my pit bulls. He was like, "I get up off of me." It was really Kane and Zeke, because Kane went at him, then Zeke gonna help his brother, of course. So the poodle was like, "I'm about to with both of y'all." And then the poodle bit me too. I said, "Damn, that's a tough poodle." That wasn't a poodle, little chihuahua, one of them smaller dogs, right? So yeah, so they bit, me. So those are the only 2 times I've been bit by dogs. Then once I was younger, I think I was like 12, 13, I got bit. I was running away and he just bit me, So yeah, so those were the times, like my whole life, I've only been bit by a dog. So, so I was kind of aggressive with Duke, so he probably was like, I'm ready to go. And he, ran away. Him and took Juju. Yeah, so, I'm still here waiting on them to come back, Hope they come back. Yeah, but, I got to keep it pushing, because when I go to Miami soon, they may run away in Miami. They don't know their way down here. So I'd rather they run away. I'm out here, where there's probably a lot of dog lovers, and they gonna find them and love them, So I'd rather, it be up here than before I go to Miami or go to New York, because we hitting that Manhattan. I'm gonna be on Manhattan with the RV. In Manhattan in the RV, and there, putting selling the boss apps. Because I literally can meet any person and sell them app on site. And everybody in today's world need their own technology guy, right? You need somebody to do my website, my mobile app, my landing page, all these things, right? And the people I'm around right now don't have $3, right? But when I go to Manhattan and I don't answer my phone no more, y'all remember I told y'all about this. Oh, Tank, he up there now, man. Hey, yes, I'm not answering my phone right now. You don't have $3, bro. Here go $3. I'm send it to you, cash out. Matter of fact, I'm seeing come up here in New York. We get something to eat. We can chop it up, but we got to get up out of this, small talk. And move. Let's go to New York and get big dogs. Tank ain't scared. What? I just need my product right. My CMS is done. Kane just pulled up. He crazy too. Y'all see Kane say, "Hey, Kane, Kane ready? Hey, Kane. You see me getting turned up. They be looking out for me. They say, man, calm your butt down. But no, man, this is what's about to happen. I'm going to Vegas. I'm making sporting bets app. I'm telling y'all now, Tank making bet apps. Or stats app, whatever they want to disguise it. I'm going Vegas, car apps, freaking, stock apps. Brother hit me with the stock app, like, I get back to you when I figure what you out doing so I can outmaneuver you. Like, no, bro, I'm about to go. You better send me a contract now, or I send you one. But like, man, come on, you gotta put up something. You ain't putting up nothing. Like, put up $2. I bet the whole system my whole life. $2, bro. Can your $2 match my $2? Is all I'm saying, bro. $2 match your $2. I know some niggas got it. I just gotta get around them and they go just put it on the table. And I'm be able to do. I may put up, cause if you are a rapper, you selling jewelry, you will need a tech guy. You need a guy that can be able to put this stuff out. But this technology stuff, this AI stuff, is still kind of new, right? So it's those of us who like ahead of who winning, and I'm happy the ones that's winning with it because I sat down and put in the work to learn it and to do it. And to figure it out. And then I'm good enough to where I can get on this camera and do this part too, right? Because a lot of nerds, or coders or companies, they hiring their developers, from other Indians. They cool. I rock with the Indians. They getting stuff there, the PHP, the WordPress, the data stuff. Shout out to them. It's the whole recruiting system is weird. Like that whole process of hiring coders. But I got my own framework that I've created. I can hire my own developers. Right, so this BiZ9 Framework, I can hire my own team to teach them my software systems. Then we can make other technology systems for other companies on any scale. We can charge any price because we the manufacturer, we are the retailer, and a distributor. Distributor. I'm the whole plug. I had a whole table and the other table. That's just how I don't know. I walk in the room, the whole room changed. I'm that dude, right? It's like this nigga different. I am. I'm happy to be different, right? Cause that's just what it is, cause I apply pressure to my craft. I don't be out here lollygagging. I'm very serious. And guess what? I be kicking with my son. He even more serious. He like, man, I'm ready to go to work there. I want to go to work at Walmart. I'm like, no, wait, hold on now. He wants some money. I get it. He said he go to work at Walmart. I like, okay, I get it. But you go be there a month. I may give him 2 months, but he just want to get some paper. It's me 25 years ago, right? I just want some money. I was selling pecans in the first grade, right? Making good money selling pecans in the first grade. And I swear at that moment, if I had enough money to go buy an apartment, I would have. At first grade, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was selling pecans. I was buying candy. I felt I was on top of the world. Man, if I had enough money to go get an apartment, I would have went and got an apartment. Because I was thinking, grandma, I think it was just like a lot going on. I need me an apartment. I remember, but I couldn't go get the apartment. So I had to just deal with that energy. But I was ready to go. So, I'm just like, but it's cool. Those out there that's going to catch up, they're going to hit me. It's going to be like a touchdown. Because a lot of us do this on the physical level, on the basketball, on the football field. But doing it here, they're making it manifest in like a product. That's like even wonderful. And this technology is the wave, people. Because there's only one Google made by 2 guys, Sergey Brin and Larry Page. Right? But let's talk about, I can talk all day. That's why I'm happy it's YouTube. Okay, so you got Sergey Brin and you got Larry Page. These are the Google founders. Larry Page, Sergey Brin, he's more of the coder. He's more of the technical guy, right? He was able to really cultivate the page ranking system, the intellectual property that's owned by Google that makes the money, right? The way they organize words and put things together is all done through, the intellectual property called PageRank, right? It's like how it operates is it links certain pages together based on how they're linked with one another. You see, so they're linked with one another, and that's how they connect. So Google, the more people link to your site, the higher your search algorithm is in the equation, right? So this is how Google works. So with that, they made it. It's an equation. It's like that's some rocket science, alien technology. I think it is. I'm not gonna wood because that shit is, man. Because it's dealing with. It's like they got a white paper on it. It's like 500 pages. It's some serious coding. That's a different level coding there. Like it's very few people. I feel like I don't know. I really want to get into them rooms. I ain't been in those rooms. Many people haven't. That's a different level of coding. I done been around a lot of smart developers too, like a lot. I done been in big companies, Fortune 5. They don't know what they're doing, most of them. So that PageRank, that Canva.com, for your graphics, that's alien technology too. But come to find out, the developers are out of Australia, right? In Australia, what's in Australia? Some aliens. Like I don't know what's going on in Australia right now. I ain't been. Australia? Oh yeah, they weird. They in Australia. It's like what? Shout out to Australia though. I probably love it. I probably be out there like, okay, this is where I belong. I probably came from that region out there, and I just somehow got here. Whatever. All right. So back to the React. Okay. So React. Okay. They made a language. Cause why was React made? React was made because Facebook came out and they needed to get other people involved with Facebook. They need to get other companies involved and bring this together. So they made their own language. People from other software companies use that language to make apps on top of Facebook. Then you had the Farmville, you had the Mob app, right, on Facebook, and that drove a lot of traffic to Facebook. Like Facebook grew, right, because they had the games. Remember that wave of Facebook, like in I don't know, what was this? 2006. Let me think. Okay, hold on. I came out of college. It has to be like 2020. That whole after that MySpace wave, Facebook popped out. They said, okay, we got to come up with a system where other people can make apps using us, and that's fucking genius. This is genius. So they made React. They spent billions of people. People be like, I'm about to go do something on Facebook level. Like you can't think like that. Right? Because you don't have $1 billion and you can't afford to go hire 1,000 coders. Like we think that one person out there doing this whole thing. No, these are like teams of developers, right? Of hundreds of coders This ain't just like two guys. It is, but it's not, you know, right? They have like a lot of coders they work with, and they probably have, you know, managers to manage all the code. You know, just like in a company. You know, you got your managers, you got your team guys, and you got, you know, the grunt workers, and they just manage it and organize it. And so they came up with React, right? It was really bad for many years, right? But all this newer version of the last 5 years has gotten really good, right? Because what have we seen? An explosion in mobile development in Android and iOS. Like everybody got a phone now, and so a lot of energy has been invested into these phone devices, and the technology has gotten really good. And that React language, I ain't gonna lie, I like it. I'm a fan of it. You know, my favorite languages for programming are Node.js and React right now. And React Native. That shit is nice. And Redis, I fuck with Redis. Redis make your stuff go fast. Redis is the caching component to make your applications go fast. You know, because with Redis, okay, so, you know, you cache your code, and Redis got popular when Twitter got popular. You know, so Twitter came out, and, you know, you got 1 million retweets, you know, and you can't sort and organize 1 million retweets into a system, you know. So a 1 million retweets in a database is like, it's ridiculous, you know. So they came up with a new way of saving your data in your cache memory. So you have, you know, stored memory and you got cache memory, right? Your stored memory, you know, it's your data that's written to the system. But the stuff that's popular, like a like or a tweet, you know, or a retweet, you got 1 million retweets. That's temporary. That can be cached. So you pull it out of the cache and you can save those 1 million retweets. You know, older data systems like WordPress will go pull all those 1 million tweets. And like, you know, not out of the cache, but out of the stored, you know, memory. Cause that's how, you know, freaking WordPress work. I was arguing with my friends about, he loved WordPress. I'm like, man, I wanted to like jump through the phone. So man, what are you talking about? Like that stuff is old. No, it ain't. Man, AI said it's the best. I was like, man, it's MySQL. You know how old MySQL is? Come on now. MySQL came out like in the 70s. He like, man, no, man, AI said it's the best. That's all I need to do is some WordPress. I was just like, man, I just know I don't belong here. You know, I just need to go to Australia. I really need to go to Australia. I probably rock well over there. Okay, that's coming soon. So React is just, you know, they spend the money, but a lot of your popular functions like a button click, a form, you know, a line, a paragraph, a divider, you know, photo upload. Oh, I got to tell y'all about this, how they swapped the page. They changed up the photo uploads. Oh, man, I got to tell somebody about this. That's a new video. Man, okay, how you save photos, right? You save photos before, with WordPress, you saving the whole file. You got to save that file as a file, right? But the newer way you do it, the file is converted to what they call a base64 format. And you put it on the database. And people, I built systems. I built whole photo processing systems that took me years. All that code is gone. But it's like the niggas that stuck on WordPress, which is 80% of the planet, they still using the file system. And I'm morphed over to this new way of saving photos. And it's so great. And I'm about to go fast. Right? Man, we about to be like, we're going to do the boss apps. We about to be on the on Clubhouse. We're going to be on the Twitter Spaces. These are the platforms we're going to be able to discuss and be able to push our apps out on a day-to-day basis. And I can be able to meet those standards, you know, hit those marks and deliver these apps in a timely, organized manner. And it's going to be professional, top quality apps. I'm just ahead of the curve. I'm winning this race, and I'm about to hit the freaking win the race. But I got to show improve. So I got to tell y'all to really get more involved with this React language because I'm a fan of it. If you go to the BiZ9 Framework, if you Google it, right, you're gonna see it in the Node package library. I've written a lot of libraries that are in the React system. Many React libraries that are great. I've done all the code and everything, and now you just copy. Because that's one thing with code too, right? Programmers know this. We copy and paste a lot. So you copy it. It's the same thing over and over again. Like a lot of this code we use now was made back in the 80s. And so it's just a repeat. Like JavaScript, it's been around for like since the 70s. It ain't changing. But these apps, what if you got a good product You want to touch everybody's hands right away. You put it out there. You can cut out the whole middleman. You don't need the freaking Netflix. You don't need YouTube. You can just give it straight direct to customer through your own app and your own technology devices. And those who know is they put investing their money and time into it. At least they put more than the $3. They're gonna say they're gonna spend whatever they need to spend to be able to make this happen. I'm letting those around me know that, hey, catch up. And I told you, I'm gonna be humble though and be like thankful for being able to help me to get these. Because sometimes too it's cool to work with people around you because you kind of can get the idea, you kind of get a feel for it. So they be helping you and not helping you at the same time. A lot of them be just eavesdropping and and that's cool. But I like having something to talk about. I can talk to you about the code. I stick to that subject, what I'm good at. But that code stuff pay big bucks right now because you Google software engineers pay rate, like we the highest paid, and niggas be like, go get a job. I'm like, no, I'm building Microsoft. I'm not about to go get a job. Like I can't. Anybody that says that we on different like planets, they like, man, go get it, make a 6 figure. No, what are you talking about? Like, no, I want $1 billion. Why you even like? Why is that even like a pattern in your head? That didn't even when I was younger. That didn't even cross my mind. A job. I was like, I knew early. I was like, no, I want no job. Young, very young. I was like, man, I want a lot of money. It was like my son said he wants some money. He don't want the job. He just want to get the money. So it's like Bill Gates was watching. I was watching the stock market. Bill Gates they sold Microsoft shares, and boom, he made freaking $90 million in one day. I said, what the fuck? What? I stopped playing video games that day. I stopped watching the stock market. I started building software. I said, he made $90 million in one day. Stock market number gambling. Like this, no, you gotta have big dollars. The stock market. My son said he wasn't going to finance. I'm like, okay, and do what with finance? I don't know. Right. But he want money. Now, I get it because it's me. He's the money. But I gotta like sharpen it. But through my results, I gotta put some money in this pocket. Woo! My life is gonna be great if I just continue to play the part like I've been doing, right? But it's been a lot of sacrificing, been a lot of loss, been a lot of cold nights and hungry nights, a lot of hungry nights. But anyway, we here now, we push through, and you just gotta be like, a lot of us are what they call first time family business owners. You know what I'm saying? So first time family business owners, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta push ahead. You gotta sacrifice. You just gotta take your family to the next level. Cause you stay hanging around them, they gonna swallow you. With that freaking Thanksgiving dinner and they mansion. They stuck at they been 30 years at their job. And they be like, why you can't do this? I don't even want to have that conversation no more. Somebody asks you why you can't be at a job for 30 years. Like, I can't even no, I'm not, you different than me. You the computer in you is different than mine, right? We two different robots. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm on some Microsoft shit, and you on some, okay, where can I go get this job to go there for 8 hours and sit down all day? Like, that's what a job is, and get some money for you to go buy, what you need to buy. I'm on some Microsoft, you on some sit down at a job. It's two different computers in us. That's what it is. And they I don't know. They're shutting down, so they try to pull you with them. You can't shut me down. Like, I'm in RB now, solo dolo. I gotta make a move though, cause it's getting hot over here. I'm in this Walmart, and I got to make a move, people, because I just got to. I'm getting too popular over here, cause my energy, it attract the energy, and they just be eavesdropping. But I'm Tank. That's why I got to put it out there right now. You see what I'm saying? So look, we need to get the apps done, people, like ASAP. I gotta make this happen, cause they just stealing my shit. Right, this is what happens repeatedly, because nobody want to invest to, your own business. They just want. I went to work today. I watched the Falcons. That's all I did about the whole year. Went to work and watched the Falcons the whole year. That's all I did productive. Again, it's different brains. It's different whole systems. I'm on some what? It's different. So whatever. So those who gonna hear this video, can like download this video and transcribe what I'm saying and want to give them some big money stuff, man, we can make our own record label, make our own financial systems, right? Through the apps. You send it, tell everybody download your app, tell everybody go to your website. You cutting everybody out. And I've been around. I know people that see that's what it is. People don't know how many people out there making money off these some websites. People think like, hey, how can I make money? But just how you can make money doing a job, you can make it off your own website and your own mobile app. I'm a coder. I want to train people on how to code. I built the whole framework to do so. So with these tools that I have, I can tell you what computer to buy, what software to use to build your very own app. So you too can become a developer. You can build it, or you can hire a developer for your company to be able to work on your systems, your technology platforms, push your business, take it to the next level. Because you really can. And that's why it was good to have that, because now you can target people all over the world. And that's great. So, we got to really push this thing out. So stay tuned. TheBossApps.com is going to be up. And the site is going to be magnificent. It's going to be based on, I'm going to just pretty much put everybody site that I'm doing, make them a website. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to show a template that we're going to use, that I'm going to buy and purchase. And then we're going to build a site step by step. But I'm going to be putting our site so fast. I'm going to put our sites for businesses every day. We can rebuild a whole community through the technology systems, through the, through the apps, through our own game. Why it's only Xbox and why it's only PlayStation? Why? Because they spent $1 trillion building that thing. It's a little, them PlayStations, they little freaking robots. They like little, freaking launch pads. Them things is rockets. Them things, man, that's what's in it. Man, it's probably like, whoa. Because there's a lot of intellectual property went into them, like them systems. But they spent money, right? They hired the developers, they invested. But them things make money in your sleep, right? Just with the operating system. So we got to get this going. I got a new one coming, the BiZ9 Framework. Learn React, people. React is a great language. It's called React. You go to React.js and you can learn it on the website. Just kind of get familiar with the syntax. And then it's repetition after that. You got to learn the syntax and then just kind of see how things operate. But it's React. That's it on the front end. That's the client. The React side is the JavaScript side. That's on the client on the HTML side. It's like what you see, what you're viewing, what you're looking at. Right? Because in application development, you have the server side and you got the client side. It's two different sides. Right? The server, how things are happening, what's going behind the scenes. And on your client, how it looks, what you look at. The client device, you have a mobile device. You have a computer device. These are visual devices. That's your client side. So you have to write a language for that, and it's called React. It's a great one. Then on the back end, you have server Node.js on the back end, right, to handle those operations, right. For example, Google.com is a very simple website. You go to Google.com, the client side is very simple. It's very simple, but that back end is a beast. What? That shit, that's the alien technology. I gotta put it out there. That's alien science. That Google Maps, man, Google Maps, Google search, all that, man, that's some next level alien technology. Tank said it. I quote that. Alien science, Google.com. I'm an alien, but I'm on this alien. I'm an alien here on this side of things, right? I've mastered the React JS language. I've mastered it at this point in a month or two. I'm a freaking genius with it. And I got to show and prove. I had to get the CMS done though, but that was the last piece, people. The content management system or the WordPress that I've built, I use that to make the other apps. Because now the other apps they can just feed up the CMS. The CMS is the heart. It's the root. It's the foundation. I can build other apps. A million on top of them. All industries, every industry using that same heart. That thing is a beast, man. I gotta put this on the records, man. It's some of my best work ever. And people playing me out here. Cause I ain't go to Harvard. I don't want my son going to Mercer because he ain't cliquish like that. I ain't going to none of y'all parties. And we see what go on these parties at this point. Whole time they was kissing. I ain't kissing none of y'all. I ain't doing none of that. It's on these records here and them records up there. You keep your slate clean so you can sleep good at night. And it's gonna be okay if you don't live in Buckhead. It's gonna be okay if you don't have a freaking Jaguar or I said Jaguar. I'm old school. Or you ain't got the new Hemi. And you 21. It's okay. The world not, it's like your world not gonna end. You're 22, you know what I'm saying, and you're not a millionaire. It's not over. Relax, okay? I know a lot of YNs, youngins, they about to lose their mind because they ain't a trillionaire, and they just they 19. They just like, oh my God, I'm about to go kill and shoot everybody. No, it's okay. You got a long life to go. I know it may not seem like it, but you got, the average lifespan is about 60. And you just 18, 21. It's okay. You got about 40 more years to go. You're going to figure it out. It may take you another 5 years, but it's okay. It's okay, it's youngin'. Slow down. Don't crash out. They be out here trying to go straight to the top, to the millions. But you got to be smart about it, right? You got to be smooth. You got to keep your mind together. You want to be able to sit down and work from a computer, just type. Just make it happen that way. You got to be out there wrestling around and, getting caught up and having to go meet this person and sit here and talk and, everybody can track you. It's just, you see it at the computer. You got to be driving no truck. Shout out to my truck drivers, right? I know they get into the money, right? But they got to drop that load off, and yeah, you're going to make your money, but, you're going to have to be moving. But on the flip side, I'm getting, my hands starting to hurt with the arthritis. Not the arthritis, but the typing. It's starting to hurt a little bit. So, but it's come overused to type. But what I've been doing, though, I've been massaging them. I've been massaging them a lot, and that massaging does help. It's like doing yoga. You got to take care of your body. But if you running around, dropping this off and doing this and just wild and just like spreading yourself thin, right? Being too many places at once, you can't do it. You make that computer do the work. You sit down and you sit down. I've been sitting down the whole day. People like, you lazy? No, I done built Microsoft. Talking about I'm lazy, man. I'm in the RV and I'm at Walmart right now. I hear the parking lot working. You staying with your girl. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool, right? You got everything to say about what I need to be doing. One brother said he gonna move to the West Coast on a teacher's salary to make his millions. I was like, what? You can move to the West Coast and continue to be a teacher? He's like, yes. I was like, man, your life is about to be rough. You know what I'm saying? He was going through a divorce. I think he was just spinning out of control. There's a lot of us out here. We sleeping in our cars, homeless. Cause we spreading ourselves too thin. The game done changed. Everything is online now. People don't go out no more. I think it was getting a little too, it was too much meshing going on. So now they don't spread the pieces out. So now you gotta use that computer to communicate. That's all good. You just making money through them means, right? So if you're good at something, just put it into a technology format so you can push it out. Yep. So this is where we at. This is what we gotta do. So I'm letting people know now the CMS is done. Tank is back. I know y'all was missing me. Like he's somebody he can make an app in one day. Got an office at Dunkin' Donuts. man, I can't wait till I get there. I'm gonna get opposite. I'm gonna go to Manhattan. I'm gonna turn up in Manhattan. I'm going to the top. Anybody in Manhattan, looking forward to seeing you. Brooklyn, whatever, all that, Harlem, I'm going to touch all that. Canada, we're going to Chicago. We're going down to freaking Miami. Miami gonna be lovely. I may stay a little while in Miami. Do it down there, and connect with people in that energy and just push things to the top. That's where we at with it. So, I want to let everybody know the CMS is done. You want to get training by Tank, the best code on the planet. Reach out. That website coming. Tank9 Code is my Instagram. Tank9 Code is my YouTube. Support. This is how you support. By getting a $20 template, right? And let me teach you how to code. You do that, I can put a lot of value into your business system, right? And that's going to help you to make money and income. This is how we're going to do it. So you want an app or website done, reach out. We can work on this together. I can share my information, share my tool set, because my code is everything open source. So you share the code, right? But I have certain parts of it that's, not intellectually, it's intellectual because I have the newer version. So I can put what I want out, right? But same for you. You can keep what you want and put the rest out to the world, and then certain parts of it you can sell and not offer it for free. But what's great about it is that it's software and it's code. And you just got to learn a different tool set. Because AI, what is AI really? AI just cutting out the middleman. So now when you Google AI, the Google going to show you the results for you. So you have to click through the website. That's all AI is. People like AI. But what is it? You Googling, and instead of clicking the website, you going to freaking see it on the search bar. They just summarize what you're looking for. Because why? They just see what's popular and they just organize the information. And that right there is some serious coding though. Like I like that. That's that data. That's that system designs where they communicate and think on themselves. It ain't really AI. It's just taking data and just certain patterns and the common patterns. You just organizing those patterns and then making those patterns into a searchable format. So people can like, okay, what's search for? I was searching for my dog. I was like, how long does a dog go missing? Right? AI had an answer for that. And I was like, what are the local dog pounds? AI had an answer for that. So, but what has happened in the last 20 years, Google has noticed people search for these things like, how long does a dog stay gone? Right? I'm emotional. So I'm like, when my dog coming back? I'm trying to find out through Google. I'm on the computer. So like, I'm missing my Duke. That nigga done left. It's all good. I know you need to be, he'll be out there good, him and Juju. But I feel like they don't come back. I feel like they don't come back. Mama saying they not. Cause Mama right here by me. There's Mama over here. She laid out. Mama saying Mama thinks she gone. They gone. But they doing, and that's what the thing with dogs. Dogs can choose how they want to live and where they want to live at. Cause they smart. People think they're not smart, but they be smart. Animals are smart. So we here now and we moving forward. But I think it happened. But it's like because they can't go to Manhattan with me. Duke and Juju, they be running down, 5th Street. What is it called? 5th Street or something? I can't have them running down Manhattan. Me running down. That won't be a good look. Not a good look. That'd be very dangerous for both of us. Right? But I like to keep the family together because some of us are so quick to divide and separate for some, because they want some chicken and, some Gucci, whatever. So they just sell out there. They sell everything for that and they want to divide and separate. So I ain't with that. I like to work together, keep it all together, keep the puzzle together, figure it out, make it merge. Probably because I'm a coder. I can do it from a distance and through, ways of, meshing together and not it being as physical. It's just my mind's coming together and coming with concepts to work together from a distance. Those because it's like cutting out the middleman. So that's what I'm on. That's what we about. Tank9 Code video going up. Stay tuned tomorrow. We're gonna start going back live, going back to pushing more out. Energy out on a consistent basis. So we're gonna take it to the next level, people. Tank9 Code signing out. Thank you. Bye bye.